Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at what's the dumbest thing a man has genuinely said. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. He asked me why my boobs didn't stand straight up when I laid down. I responded because they're real. Man's be wanting too much, Jeez. How does he not know? How does he not know? I can tell you're a freak in bed because you're curvy. No sir, I'm curvy because I like to eat. What does that even mean? You're a freak because you're curvy. What? Where's the correlation? I mean, we get freaky when we eat, yeah. But why in bed? I'm so confused. My ex-husband legitimately thought that whenever a woman has sex with a new partner, it makes her period start in order to wash the old partner out of her system. He reached this stunning leap of logic after a lady he knew said she was going to a bar to celebrate her divorce and hoped she found a man to wash her ex out of her system. He decided that this meant I was cheating on him when I got my period. It stopped early. We had sex and then it started again. Wait, he doesn't know women have their periods? Like, what? He doesn't know periods are a thing for women? He's just like, oh, you get your periods when you need to wash someone out of your system? I'm so concerned for some people, for some men. Why do they think like this? I'm so confused. No way he thought she was cheating because she got her period. That's been his thought process the whole time. Every single partner that he's been with, when they have their period, he thinks they're cheating on him. Jeez. That when we're menstruating, we can just hold the blood in and then pee it out. The amount of men that think like this, what the heck? I saw another comment that was like this. They literally think we can just hold it in. If we can, then we would just never get our periods. You know what I mean? Just hold your period in until we get there. Another one. What do they think? It's not the same as peeing. Yes, we can hold a pee in, but we can't hold the freaking blood in. Your tampon must turn you on. What the fuck? I'm actually concerned. Why would we want to stick something so uncomfortable in us? Like, are you kidding me? Body hair is not natural on women, and that's just a natural fact of the world since the beginning of civilized society and should not be challenged. It's not natural, then why do we have body hair? Stupid. Okay? Like, are you dumb? What the hell? I knew a 19-year-old guy who genuinely thought women laid eggs like chickens. He must have only half listened when learning about ovulation. So he heard the word eggs and he's like, oh, women lay eggs. What the? That's crazy. I would rather think that I was dropped off by a bird in the sky, than think that I came out of an egg. He said women are dumb for not creating a metal tampon, just a thick metal stick they could insert at the beginning of their periods and take out after a few days. He was dead serious. Why would we want to insert metal things into us? Like, what? Why would we? That sounds like it freaking hurts. Hello? What's wrong with some men? I'm concerned. That you can tell a woman is making up a story about a weekend rape when she only reports it on Tuesday. That means she's doing it for attention, and not because she is traumatized and responding like a functional human being caring for herself. Heard this from a police officer rolling his eyes about Tuesday slots. Oh! A police officer talking like that? This is why women don't report it. Because it's not going to be taken seriously anyways, because men like him think like that. A lot of the times, people don't process something traumatizing until a couple days later. Okay? My ex once said, why do you pretend to be in pain every time you have your period? It's been 15 years. You should get used to the pain. Good thing he's an ex. So you're telling me if someone punches you in the same spot every single day, it's supposed to stop hurting? Okay. Or if a guy gets kicked in the balls 7 days a month, it's supposed to stop hurting? What? When I was younger, I met a guy who had heard the term shedding in the context of periods, and from there just assumed women shed skin around the outside of the vagina while on the period. I was happy to correct him. I would have just trolled him and been like, yeah, we shed. We shed like snakes. Literally, we shed. Okay? We shed. That women don't really bleed monthly, that we say so just to gain sympathy. Man's been single his entire life, hey? That our periods are 1 day a month and we just sit down on the toilet and it all comes out at once. I had to explain to a 27-year-old man how periods work. That's crazy. I mean, I wish, right? I wish we could just sit down once a month and pee it all out because it makes life easier for us. And then we don't even have to buy pads or tampons. How good. Mom's friend was talking about being in labor for 36 hours. The other friend, a grown man in his 40s, told her to stop lying because a doctor would never prescribe that much labor. He was dead serious. Prescribed labor? I'll be so concerned. What? What does he even think labor is? Like, is he dumb? I mean, I'm pretty sure all women would love it if doctors could prescribe labor. 30 minutes, done. The baby's out. Women don't really have emotions. We're just pretending to cry to be manipulative and get things our way. Oh, okay. On first dates, my favorite question to ask, what's the most physical pain you've ever been in? I always say getting both IUDs placed was horrible, and a dude said it couldn't be true because no girl ever told him it hurt before. Okay. I mean, people don't need to tell you things. You know, just because people don't say anything doesn't mean that's the truth. I mean, if a girl has murdered someone and she doesn't tell him, does that mean that she's never murdered anyone? No. That women have a safety seal over the vagina, hymens, that tell you they're a virgin. It painfully breaks when they have sex and they bleed, and that's how you know they're not a virgin. Safety seals. I am so concerned for some guys. Why? How did they even come to this conclusion? How do you know that little about women? How? I had a man tell me that he deserved more pay because men typically pay for dates and do a lot of the driving. Keep in mind, we were in the same career field and had been splitting the dates 50-50. We didn't date after that. I'll be the same. I'll be like, wait, men typically pay for dates. Why aren't you paying for the dates if we're going 50-50? Like, you can't have that opinion. But we're doing 50-50. I'd totally be okay if he was like paying for everything. No 50-50. And he says that, I'd be like, true, haha, you're so funny, true. But we're doing 50-50 and you say that? You know? I'd be like, what? Well, that... Who are you, you know? Like, why are you trying to apply that to yourself? Lesbians don't get periods. Wait, all of a sudden, if you're a lesbian, then you're not a woman. What? What's that thought process? I'm a guy but worked with a kid who thought Asian women's vaginas ran horizontally instead of vertically. What? My partner, who I love dearly, thought that the way women use pads was by sticking it to themselves, not their underwear. So many men think like this. They think we stick it onto our skins like band-aids. No. Why would we want to do that? A guy told me it was suspicious that I don't have an OnlyFans because he thought I'm attractive. Oh. Okay. Coworker couldn't understand how his coworker was a lesbian if she never had sex with a man because how does she know she doesn't like it, and thought he could fix her. You're not fixing nobody. Maybe fix yourself first before you want to fix somebody else. Thank you. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.